The royal purple is amazing. Now, here's one more thing, one more little detail. First of all, almost 19,000 are spoken for already, and it's not even noon. You know what that means. It's gonna be one of those days, get it while you can. But we do have 3 different lengths, and these are a little bit longer than we typically do with the jeans. Because you know what? It's time to spice it up a little bit with those higher heels for the holidays and for the holiday parties. You can glitz and glam it to your desire. We've got the petite in 29.5 inches. 32.5 is the average, which is what I'm wearing. Typically I wear the tall, but the tall is really tall at 35.5 inches. So yay for all of you glamazons that have been waiting for that tall length.
Hi.
This is Sam Sabora. Not that you would need the tall, but
no, I would not. And thank you for, look, I mean, if I'm holding the average up, it's basically a strapless dress for me, just so you all know. And good morning.
Good morning,
so
Sam.
We're so excited about this.
I'm seriously,
Yeah.
so I've been so excited. You know how I feel about
and
the
by
velvets.
the way, you look phenomenal.
Thank
so
you.
we're gonna talk all about it, but I know we need to do colors. The blazer is flying. Like it's not gonna make it the next 3 hours probably.
It probably will sell out in this show. So this is the royal purple. I love this purple. This with the royal purple blazer, head to toe,
stunning.
Is stunning. Here's the rhubarb. How gorgeous is this? It's like an oxblood red. We've got it in the matcha, which is that fabulous, like a chartreuse green. We've got the espresso, and we've got it in the black.
Yeah, these two colors, by the way, hugely popular. So if you're thinking about the espresso and the black, I was saying last night, Kelly, that our espresso, anything we've done in brown this year has been our #1 best-selling color. So of course, this is our last today's special of the year. We have to do something really chocolatey and gorgeous. This espresso brown is absolutely amazing, and it goes really beautifully with all your warm tones, your ivories. So it's a really great alternative to black, especially when you're dressing up during the daytime. So I would hope everyone, I don't even have to tell you to consider it because it's doing so great. So let me tell you a little bit about this. We have not had a velvet today's special.
Way too long.
3 or 4 years. We were trying to figure it out. We think it was around 2019. And this is the very first time we've ever done a trouser in velvet. So for years and years and years, Diane would always do a jean, a boot cut or a skinny or an ultra skinny, and we had never done a trouser. So our designers were super excited to, for the very first time, bring you a trouser. Now, what kind of trouser? Well, it's a straight leg trouser, and that's really important. It's not a boot cut. It's not a dramatic fashion flare. It is what we call a straight leg trouser. So the silhouette is a little bit vertical. It's very up and down,
right?
Very much
so, yeah.
It's not crazy wide in the leg. You heard that the inseams will always be relative to the leg opening. So the wider the leg opening, the longer the inseam.
Oh, interesting.
And by the way, so many millions of our customers are like longer, and now we have longer. So hopefully you can find your perfect inseam. This is a stretch cotton velvet, so 71% cotton. Now that's really important. That means even though the colors are super saturated, right? It's not super reflective. Traditional satin is done in silk. It's incredibly expensive. It has a longer nap. It's also very shiny. And sometimes on a body, especially on the lower half of your body, when you put shiny, shiny, shiny fabrics, you see the tummy bulge and the lumps and the bumps, and as beautiful as it is, it tends to reflect a lot of light, right? What we love about this beautiful cotton-based velvet, so it's cotton, rayon, and spandex, not only is it launderable at home, turn them inside out, wash them at home, but it also has the saturation you want without too much shine, so you can wear them day into night.
It is that nice matte velvet. I don't know if you can tell from a screen that it's actually a beautiful velvet. This is not what you love from DG2 in terms of a jean, because they are all amazing. I have always been, the #1 favorite thing from DG over the years has been her velvets.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
In fact, in my closet, my host closet right now, I have a blue velvet blazer and matching trouser that are 10 years old.
That's amazing.
And they still look great. They still are in style.
We love to hear that.
They're timeless. And I showed my producers today. So anyway, $39.99, Sam?
Yeah, so
what the heck is going on?
This was something very special. So I'm not going to tell you what we were told the price was going to be, but it was almost $10 more than what this price is. So yesterday when I landed from Los Angeles, I got an email saying that our today's special is going to be $39.99. That is mind-blowing.
I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it either.
And here's how I was describing it. This is the price of our denim on clearance, right? Our denim on clearance, you're getting a full-blown dressy trouser. So here's what I love about this. I'm going to break down the silhouette a little bit for you guys. This is what we call our comfort waistband. This is something Diane created many, many years ago. We've done different versions where it's maybe much wider than this. This is our kind of smallest comfort waist that we make. A couple inches, great stretch. Within the waistband, we've wrapped a little bit of elastic on the inside so everything stays put. Now, this is a brand new pocket style. style. Normally when you have a curved pocket, when you put them on and your hips pull the fabric, the pocket goes out like this, right? It's not attractive. What the designers did so geniusly is they did this brand new kind of angled pocket. So when you put it on and your hips take over, it lays completely flat.
It does.
So it's genius.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I love these pockets. It really does flatten the, it's smooth. And then I love, look at the detail on the back pockets.
Yeah, those are faux, but they're a welt pocket, so it's a traditional kind of trouser pocket, but they're there for more for fashion, not for function, to give you a really completed look. And you have beautiful darts right here to create nice shape. And the reason we do that, ladies, is we want to make sure the back, the small of the back gets engaged by the fabric, so you don't have that gapping and you're not having to tailor or really fuss with anything.
They're perfect. They are so good.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, the ones I have the zip and the fly, which is fine, but that does create a little bit of an issue.
A little rippling
you know,
sometimes,
a little
right?
something extra. So, by the way, 19,000 now officially spoken for. I am so excited you have a chance to do this and that you're watching early this morning, especially if you're joining us on the West Coast, because obviously we are live. We launch at midnight. That happened last night. We are going to hopefully get to midnight, but I don't know if that's going to happen because we're close to halfway spoken
Yes, we're
for.
almost to halfway sold out, and the blazer, by the way, is more than
Three-quarters
almost
of the way.
two-thirds sold out.
It is.
So that blazer was supposed to last until 11 o'clock tonight. It is absolutely not going to.
I'm so sad about that.
Me
Look at how
too.
gorgeous it looks belted on Sonia in the black with the rhubarb bottoms.
Yeah, and by the way, Kelly, some people will buy the blazer, not buy the pants. Some of you will buy 3 pairs of the pants, and some of you will get the whole suited look.
I personally love the suited
I
look here.
kind of do too. I always say this. Inevitably, at some point, when you buy the pants, you're going to be like, ooh, I wish I had the blazer to pop on to a wedding, to the theater, to a cocktail party. And, you know, this velvet is really lovely because you can wear it well into the new year. It's not something you have to save for the holiday season. It's got stretch 4 days, so over 4 inches of stretch and recovery. Everything on the inside feels as good as the outside. So normally, those of you that purchased velvet 20, 30 years ago, the back of it feels like plastic, right?
Yeah.
This is incredibly lightweight and incredibly soft. And believe it or not, even silk velvet is known as a very breathable fabric, even in silk, right? So to be able to do this in cotton is absolutely incredible. The nap is not too long. The shine is absolutely perfect. It gives you the opulence, the elegance, the texture, the luster that you love from velvet, but done in a really wearable way. You could wear these with sneakers, or you can kick them up with your favorite heels for the season.
And that brings me to the point of the inseams. And I wanted to go through this really quickly, and I'll go through what the girls are wearing and give you their heights so you know what size and length to get. I typically order Diane's jeans in tall. I didn't in these. I'm wearing these in average, which is the first time in forever because the tall is really 35.5 inches. There's a lot of gals out there that have been left out in the dark because we've never had that length. But we do with this Today Special. Now, if that's too long for you, go with the average inseam like I did. I'm 5'9", I'm wearing a little bit of about a 3-inch heel. And so the average, I think, is perfect. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, and Su Ming is a petite and wearing the petite, and I want you to take a look at that because I don't want you guys to freak out about the lengths. Look at the length on Sue, and she does have a little heel, but you can see it's not skimming the floor.
And she's 5'3".
That's a perfect petite with a heel, and even if she wore a lower heel, you'd still be in a good place. So, you know, maybe if you are traditionally, you know, worried about the length being too long, you can go to the average or the petite.
There you go. And then Miss Kenya, who you're seeing here in the espresso, and she's got a different blazer that's coming up later in the show too, a different fabric altogether. But Kenya is 5'10", and she's in the 16 average as well. So 5'10" and in the average, and she's got a nice tall heel on, doesn't she?
She's going to the club over there.
Hello.
She said 1970s called. I'm going to take my clogs back. I'm going to take it to the clogs. And let's talk a little bit about the inspiration. So velvet, really popular in the 1970s, right? Velvet, corduroy, all of that, hugely popular. You probably all did it the first time around. It did not feel like this velvet, I will tell you that. Did not have a lot of stretch in it. In the 1990s, velvet made a huge comeback. And I was talking about this as I was reading up on like what's happening in fashion. And Gwyneth Paltrow wore a velvet Tom Ford for Gucci suit to the Grammys, and it created a big frenzy. That's when Tom Ford took over at Gucci. It made a huge thing in the fashion world in the 90s, and she wore a very famous red velvet suit, and everyone went absolutely crazy, right? So what's funny right now is there's a big story about Gwyneth bringing back the velvet suit because she did it on her own like website, and I went to look at it, and it's beautiful, but the price is, I'm not even tell you, you add 2 numbers in front of that $39.99 to complete complete the suit. So velvet is having another moment again in 2023, but this is a little bit more refined and it's a little bit more wearable. What I want you guys to know is right off the bat, not doing a flare, not doing a wide leg makes this not too funky fashion-y, right? It makes it really easy for you to put on with any kind of shoe. It also gives you a very nice long leg line if you're on the petite side. So you're gonna like the silhouette that it creates. So not too wide, no flare on that. And I think you're gonna love, love, love this, which is the incredible stretch and snap back recovery. So beautiful.
The velvet is so incredibly soft. It really is amazing. You're talking about the nap, and I know there's special ways.
Inside, did you feel that?
I did.
Smooth.
It is so smooth. You are going to love this. I know it's hard to decide which color. I fell in love with the purple when I first got into work, and then I'm like, but I love black, and I could do black with the red and black with the gold or anything. But I'm telling you, this, talk about just the royal luxury of velvet combined with these rich hues for the holidays. Perfection, truly perfection. So the royal purple, love it. Here's the rhubarb, that beautiful dark, it's like an oxblood red is the best way I like to describe it. Matcha is fabulous.
Oh, this color, so this is a big fashion color right now. I was telling the story last night. Victoria Beckham, who is, you know, Posh Spice, married to David Beckham, started a fashion line many years ago. It's incredible. She has the most beautiful fashion collection. She really inspires a lot of fashion brands. So she created a dress in that exact color, and it created like a global frenzy. Every influencer, every celebrity, everyone was wearing that dress. Monique Lhuillier was wearing the dress. I mean, everyone was wearing it. And so when the fashion industry kind of saw that color take off, we all included it in our holiday and fall collections. So you're gonna see a lot of this green. So it's a little bit of a departure, but it's so chic and so stylish, especially in a suited look. So this just gets you noticed for all the right reasons. And I think Callie said it, start with a black pant. Any of the blazers, any of the 5 blazers are gonna go back to the black pant. So if you wanna get one pant and one blazer, get a black pant, and then you have carte blanche with whatever colored blazer.
That's true. Now here's another thing to think about. You've got extended returns. So you've got all the way through the end of January to decide if you want to get a couple. If you get too many, if you get a color that you don't like, you can send it back. I mean, all the way through to the end of January. So you can get it now, see the color in person, try it on, see how it works with your complexion. I love the colors, honestly. I mean, the black and the espresso speak for themselves. But look at this head to toe royal purple.
Well, and what's cool about this is Angie's look can go from the office to a cocktail. And then Sonia's broken hers up a little bit. And then, you know, Adriana is wearing casual chic, what I call Aspen chic. She's got our gorgeous weekly deal drop sequin sweater on. Oh, sorry, no, she's got a different sequin, a little jeweled sweater, which is beautiful. And look how chic and effortless is. If you want to know if you can wear velvet during the day, if you want to know if you can dress it down, the answer is 100% yes. Look at the shine, look at the glow, and look how it's not too much. That's what we absolutely love about this. And there's that beautiful flowing leg line with a cute little boot. Simple, easy, clean. If you're entertaining a little more casually, you don't have to go sparkle and shine. Throw on your favorite sweater.
Well, all of these are available in all 3 inseams. That's the best news I can share right now. I promise you that before this show is done, with Sam and I today, we are going to have some broken sizing going on. I love that so many of you have taken advantage of this. Almost 20,000 at this point in the early part of a Sunday, where you know what happens on a Sunday. People get home from church and decide to relax and kick back and
go watch some football.
Right, with that. But don't miss out on this. Don't wait on this one, because if you do, you're gonna miss your color and your length and your size. I should go through the sizing because this is numeric. It's 0 through 24 women's, so it's very specific. In fact, I'm in a 6 average. So just putting that out there, I typically wear a 6. Most of the time I wear a tall. This is an average length at 32.5 inches. So the details are a little bit different on this today's special trouser. I just wanted to remind you, they're petite, average, and tall. So it's 29.5, 32.5, 35.5 in the tall. We love having those options. Now the other update, Sam, let's go through it again. I know people flip through a lot on a Sunday morning. The details on this pull-on style and those front pockets are just awesome.
So the whole vibe of this pant was to try and create the smoothest, most flattering kind of waistline and hip line and tummy area that we could create for you on a trouser. You know, gone are the days of you wearing like a wool trouser that you're zipping up and buttoning, that doesn't breathe, that overheats, that doesn't stretch enough, right? What's beautiful about this, number 1, the comfort waist, number 2, the pull-on silhouette, and number 3, those brand new pockets. And I want you guys to rest there for a second, because the angle and the design of that pocket creates the flattest flattest, smoothest silhouette. And you know what's great? It's not a lipstick pocket. It's not a little tiny cropped pocket. It's an actual real pocket, and she can put her hand in.
Yep.
So it's form and function together. And what's beautiful about the comfort waist, look how smooth and uninterrupted it is. If you want to add a belt over top as a finishing element, you can do that. But it's so clean, whether you tuck in or wear something out and over, that it creates the smoothest hip line and tummy area because of the comfort waist and because of the shape of that brand new pocket. And then you've done this really cool kind of stitching in of the fly area, so it looks like a real trouser. No one's going to be the wiser. And I think you're going to love the color, and you're going to love the comfort, and you're going to love the stretch, and knowing that you can launder these and care for them at home. That means you're not saving them for the most special occasion.
That's true.
You're wearing them for Thanksgiving. You get this brown or this gorgeous rhubarb red, throw this on with a t-shirt or a chambray shirt or a cute little sweater, and that's your Thanksgiving, you know, kind of entertaining at home. You look elevated, you look dressed up, but you feel like you're wearing yoga pants. That's how comfortable they are.
They really are. I still can't get over the fact they're $39.99.
Yeah, that's
today.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, I don't know if I've seen that price in any DG jean.
Only when they
this
go on
year.
sale. I think the only other time was one TS maybe like 10 months ago that was at that price point. But this is something special.
Awesome.
And it's our last Today's Special
Yes,
of the
it
year.
is.
You're gonna have to wait till January to see another TS from us. And what's exciting about this is the time to buy velvet right now.
Absolutely.
You get it home before Thanksgiving, you get it home before Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you get it home before New Year's. So you have your velvet in place, and then you roll it into January, you roll it into Valentine's Day, you take it to a wedding. There's so many amazing opportunities for you to wear this, but I don't want you to rest it in your closet and save it only for a dressy occasion, because look at how easy and relaxed Victoria is, look at how casual Su Ming is, and look at how beautiful and simple but so chic Adriana is in the little sweater with the green. I just think looks absolutely amazing.
Let's go through some lengths again, and I'm going to go through each of the girls. Here's Adriana in that beautiful matcha. I love the name of the color,
such a great
too. So you are in a 2 tall. So the tall is 35.5 inches. That's amazing. And Adriana, you are 5'11". All right. And then we've got Sonia in the back. She's in the rhubarb in that beautiful dark red. Sonia is also 5'11", and she is in the 2 tall as well. So just kind of putting that out there. If you are a long, lean machine, we've got the long length for you today. I'm in the average. I think Kenya's in the average. Angie's in the average. Angie's in the 6 and in the royal purple. Victoria's in the espresso, and Victoria's in the 4 tall as well. So there you go.
And you have your petites. Let's give a little attention to Sue, because I know a lot of our shoppers are petite. They want to see how it's going to live on the body. Sue, 10 petite in this, is that right?
Su Ming is in the 12 petite.
12 petite, okay. So look at the length on Sue. She's got probably like a 2.5, almost 3-inch heel on, right? You can see that the length is not breaking and it's not covering the shoe. That means if she wears a 2-inch or a sneaker, she's still gonna be good with the petite length. And look at the smooth, clean lines. Look at the waistband. Obviously, ladies, if you don't know where to go and you're like, I love this vibe, what am I gonna wear the most? Obviously, the black and the espresso are a great place to start. But at the price that you're seeing right now, a price we never, ever do on something like this, especially a trouser, which is nuts. Get a black or brown, and then maybe consider getting a pop color. The rhubarb red that you saw on Angie is so exquisite, so holiday ready without being corny. You know what I mean? That color red, I'll be really honest with you.
You're right. It's a
not
very
like,
rich,
it's a chic,
elegant,
deep, rich, sophisticated red.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, the espresso. That, as you said, is one of the hottest colors from the collection.
#1, and by the way, it is sticking around. Next year for Resort, which starts in January into early fall, we're still seeing a ton of brown, which is nuts. So this is gonna be an espresso brown, and it's a very, very deep kind of chocolate or cocoa brown. It's not a black brown, so it's not super dark where it almost looks like a black, but it's got a richness and a luster. You know, velvet originated, you know, obviously for royalty. So velvet was a very expensive, it's a very expensive fabric to actually create. So it originated in silk. The very first time velvet was made, it was only done in silk. It was something that only the most high level, you know, if you watch like Gilded Age, and if you watch Downton Abbey, you'll see the class system and how they wore different fabrics. That's how they identify them in costumes. Velvet was really reserved for that kind of high society or for royalty. Now that velvet has transitioned into different fabrics like this cotton velvet, it's very accessible, it's beautifully constructed and crafted, and it's flawless, by the way. You guys can see nothing absorbs color and gets gets as saturated as a velvet fabric. So first and foremost, the colors are really gonna knock your socks off.
This color in particular, I need to let you know,
I'm
it's
obsessed
the
with
most
it.
limited. We have less than 2,000
Oh my gosh, yeah,
for the
it's
rest of the
great.
day. Right now we have all sizes and all 3 inseams, but you know, with only 2,000 in this color, that doesn't leave us with a lot of then
And probably
any
the
size.
jacket is even less. Adriana, next time you go back, I'd love for you to grab the blazer in that green because it looks so cool together, especially with like a little, you know, kind of sweater look. The blazers, we just crossed 20,000. Thank you so much, you guys. The blazer. We brought in less than half, my God, not even, maybe like a third of the quantity of the blazers that we did of the Today Special. The blazers sold way too many yesterday. And if you even are thinking about getting your hands on it, we will do a presentation.
Over 5,000 went, I think, you know, at the launch.
That's nuts.
So this is really our first big show since the launch, and we, I think, maybe 2,500 blazers left. Something like that. Most readily available in the black. The other colors really are limited. So we'll get to the information in that on the blazer in just a few moments. But $39.99.
Listen, we always joke, we don't like to harp on price, right? But sometimes it's too good that you almost can't. And the only reason we say that is because we know that it's that good. So Callie was saying, if you just are joining us at the beginning of the hour, she has a velvet DG2 suit from 10 years ago.
At least
here at HSN.
In my host closet that I wear on air now. And I love the blazer. It's one of my favorite things I've ever purchased from the DG2 line.
I was so excited to hear that.
And the velvet has only gotten better. This is so much softer.
Very durable. So velvet on its own, as I said, it's a very hard fabric to construct. That's why it's also expensive. But it's also very durable and very breathable. A lot of people think velvet is a very fussy fabric. It's not. This is a cotton velvet, so it's a fabric you can wear even if you're trying to celebrate the holidays in California, which, by the way, it's like hot in Arizona and Nevada, and here in Florida, it's quite warm. You want to get a taste and a glimmer of the season, but oftentimes you can't wear the fur, you can't wear the velvet because it's too hot. This is 71% cotton, so it has all the breathability, the comfort, the ease of wear. Then we do rayon to give it the luster, the durability, the strength, and rayon gives it that kind of drapey, silky hand. And then we put in a 2% spandex to give you that great stretch, so over 4 inches of stretch, and you launder them at home, which is amazing.
Yes, you can wash it in your machine, no special dry cleaning at all. By the way, I was just told we've had lots of new customers.
Oh, cool.
First purchase with this Today Special. Thank you and welcome. HSN is such a great place to shop. And what a great first entry purchase to this line in particular.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So we are, you know, the DG in DG2 is Diane Gilman. You've probably heard of her. You've probably seen her. Diane created this line for HSN 29 years ago. We're the longest running, best-selling, most highly reviewed fashion brand on the network. We're about to celebrate our 30th anniversary.
So exciting.
We're known for our bottoms. We're particularly known for denim, but Diane has a real keen eye for fashion. So when she introduced velvet, it became as popular and as loved as our traditional denim because she put a lot of stretch in it and she put a lot of research into the fabric that we chose. We are still using the velvet that you guys have known and loved from DG2. We've just upgraded it to give you a trouser. Now I dare you to go to your favorite department store, to go to your favorite shop at the department store and try and find not only a trouser, but a velvet trouser that doesn't look cheap or feel like plastic, that is not crushed to look like a couch from the 1980s or 70s, and to get it home for $39.99 with the variety of sizes and lengths that we're offering today. It is unbelievable.
So that matcha, again, I'm gonna just say it is the most limited. I love it.
Oh, I'm obsessed with the green.
It's such a standout. Really, it's just like, whoa, that and the purple. For me, they both just like stopped me in my tracks when I walked.
And look at the matcha right here. I mean, to me, it gives you a little throwback to the 70s in a really chic way. Now, what I did, because I'm crazy, is I went to Neiman's and I found the Victoria Beckham section. I took pictures of it, actually. She did a double-breasted version of a velvet suit in this color.
That matcha green?
It's there right now. It was there like 2 weeks ago. It was, I think the jacket was over $1,500, just the jacket. It was boxier. and it was a little bit more, it was double-breasted. It was really cool.
I bet it was
and
fabulous.
it was a silk velvet, so of course it was super expensive. But when I saw it, I felt like we were stamped with approval, right?
Wow.
Not only did she carry that popular color that she really made trending globally into a velvet suit for the season, but obviously it's 10 times the price of our pant. So to be able to get this home, to be able to capture what we call runway to real way. Nothing about this is tricky. You're not going on a diet. You're not putting on undergarments. You're not changing 20 times when you get dressed. You pull these on and go. They are easy. They are soft. They are comfortable.
And Sam knows because he has dressed a lot of celebrities. He does this whole day long. This man has had over 20 years in the fashion industry. I love that you started your career not only dressing celebrities, but with the jean shop for Fred Segal.
At Fred Segal in the 90s, if you remember in Clueless when Alicia Silverstone is like, I'm going to Fred Segal, and like all those movies like Legally Blonde, they all talk about Fred Segal. In the 90s, that was like the hub of the fashion kind of world in Los Angeles. So I got to work with Karl Lagerfeld and Valentino. They were my clients. Like, Valentino just comes in to shop on a Tuesday. Like, that was my life. And I was in my 20s, and it was an amazing opportunity to really cut my teeth with fashion. So I started in the jean store, and that's where I met Diane, by the way.
Is it
yes,
really?
So the irony of all of this, some 20 years later, being able to represent this brand is such an exciting thing because while we're known for our denim, and by the way, we've sold almost 20 million pairs of jeans here at HSN, and I gotta brag on that for all of our brand new customers, we're also known for our sweaters and for our velvet, and this is something we only do
blazers.
Once a year, and we haven't done it in 3.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been so excited about knowing this velvet ensemble was coming up to star on today's big holiday. Let's face it, I mean, it's just around the corner.
I do believe
and this will be there well in advance of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And then obviously all the rest. I mean, it's something so elevated.
My favorite thing about HSN, by the way, when I order something, like 2 days later, it's on my doorstep, which I know they don't promise that, but it's unbelievably
Sometimes it does
fast.
happen really fast.
Yeah, so I know a lot of you will get this quite quickly. You will have it in plenty of time for Thanksgiving. Get the brown, get the rhubarb, get the black, or be a showstopper and get that matcha. I mean, I'm obsessed with that, with the ivory. Incredible.
It's some of you, if you're not looking at your screen, might consider it chartreuse.
Yes.
Kind of that really bright, gorgeous green. Just an interesting way of describing it, calling it matcha today. And then the rhubarb, which is that beautiful deep red. It's like, I keep saying oxblood red.
Yes, and it's a really rich red. So it's not like a wine red.
Right.
It's not like, it's got a brightness to it, but it's not a holiday red. And you can see how stunning Angie looks in that with the belt. Angie, Sonia, my God. I haven't seen Sonia in forever. And Angie and Sonia are besties, by the way. So
I love
Sonia. You know, I cannot, after 12 hours of being on television, remember anything. Sonia, we're so excited that Sonia's here and back, and she looks amazing. Agree. And yes, redheads can wear red. You know, they say that on the red carpet. They're like, can redheads wear red? Yes, they can.
Look, well, there it is. Look at that. Hot, hot, hot. Well, thank you so much. Gosh, we're going to update you here in just a moment or two with now close to 21,000, and we have a ton of people online ordering. If you put your phone up to that QR code on the screen, it's actually going to put you right at the product, right at our today's special, and then you can drop that in your basket. Check out though, because if you don't, you wait till later. If somebody could, like, all of a sudden things disappear from baskets, it's happened to me. By the way, free exchanges is something else I wanted to let you know about because it just gives you a little bit of extra assurance that you don't have to stress if you got the wrong size or the wrong length. To be honest, this is one of those moments where if you get the wrong length or wrong size, you can send it back. We'll pay to ship it back, and then we'll pay to ship you the right size or the right length or the different color, whatever it is that you want to change once you place your order. But this is a day, if you're considering 2, get them now because the price will not be this tomorrow. I can guarantee you that.
And we're not trying to scare you. That's like the real deal. Because I've done that, by the way. I was like, oh, I'll wait. And then I forget. And then I come back and I'm like, ugh.
I know. I've done it too many times. And then you really get mad because then you really want something because you can't have it. Anyway, I'm talking about the psychology of shopping, which I think you all know very well. All right, we're going to spend a few moments on the blazer. Unfortunately, this is going to sell out so early, and I think it'll be in this show. Your best bet is in the black. I'm just going to be honest. We've got this in extra small through 3X. I'm wearing it in the small. It's my typical size.
I can't believe how many. Listen, we knew, Callie, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
What happens is whenever we have a pant